Why in the holy hell are we giving money to a country that's never done anything good for the United States? Ukraine. Why are we giving them money? Why are we funding their war? On another note, why did we go to Iraq? Why did we go to Afghanistan? Why do the Iraq wars exist? We can talk about this all day long, but I want to hit you with a fact right now. 98.8% of all the drugs in the United States come from Mexico. All of them. Almost all of them. And meanwhile, we're spending money on wars that we don't need to be going to. Giving money away to fund somebody else's war. You know, Meanwhile, we have a real war going on in the United States. A war against drug addiction that nobody seems to want to fight. And I just hit you with a big fact. Almost all of the drugs in the United States come from Mexico. So why the hell are we not doing something about that? Why isn't there government funding going in to stopping the drug flow from Mexico? I'm not talking about immigrants. I have nothing against, people that want to get out of a hellhole country, whether it's Mexico or below their border, and come here and work hard and get an education and do better for themselves. That's what America's all about. My family immigrated here from Germany, years and years ago. Other parts of my family immigrated here from Ireland and Scotland, and, they were poor people, just like the same, immigrants that are coming here today and, mowing your yards, building your houses, doing your plumbing. You know, I can't shit on these people. I can't. However, the places they're coming from is the problem. It's not just a drug problem. That is a big problem. That is an issue we have to address. That is a war we need to go to because it's killing the United States. You look at drug addiction, you look at homelessness, you look at the money that's being spent for drug rehabilitation, for incarceration, for, the court system, the whole 9 yards. It's insane. And then you have to look at the other big fact. Why are these people coming here from Mexico and, all these places, El Salvador, and, all these places below the U.S. border? And I'm going to tell you why. Because the government is terrible there. It's corrupt. Their economies are terrible. And that's the real problem. We spend all this money, trillions of dollars on wars that we don't even need to be in, when we have ignored a humongous problem that's been below us this entire time. And I'm not saying we need to go to war with Mexico and all this stuff and just kill innocent people. I'm saying we need to tell the Mexican government, you have to step it up and you have to take care of business or we will make you do it. That's the point. And no politician will talk about this. And I'm going to tell you why. The Mexican government is corrupt, just as the United States government is corrupt. I'm not a pot smoker. I don't smoke pot. I don't like marijuana. Don't care for it. But I'll tell you this much. What's funding the cartels from Mexico and below the United States border is marijuana. That is their biggest fund. I think it's like 70% of all the money they make is from marijuana. At the same time, that other 30% is your methamphetamine, that's your fentanyl, that's your cocaine, crack cocaine, whatever. And like I said, 98.8% of all the drugs are coming from Mexico. So even if we didn't go to war with Mexico, the legalization of marijuana could basically cut the head off the snake, and it would just wiggle around until it fizzles out, and there's really no more. It would actually hurt the cartels. I mean, and the idea that they're just going to keep pumping more hardcore drugs in the United States is, I don't see it. If you took care of that, which I don't think it's the greatest idea in the world, but if you make it legal, there'll be less drug flow in the United States. So that's one theory. But there's a lot of theories that I would like to discuss. But I just wanted to make a video on how I feel about this shit because it just drives me fucking nuts, man. That we're over here giving billions of dollars away to Ukraine. We spent, I mean, we're talking trillions altogether, and not to even mention going to war with fucking Vietnam and Korea and all this shit. We had no fucking business fucking with these people. And look at how many lives have been lost. Look at how many fucking guys come home with missing limbs, their eyes blown out, just fucked up forever. And they're going to war for nothing. It's like, meanwhile, we've had this since the 1960s and 70s until today. We're talking 50, 60 fucking years here. We've had this massive drug problem, mostly because of what's below our U.S. border. Um, it's just, I wished I had a cam or something like that. I could, because I'm over here holding my hands up like, what the fuck? It just makes no fucking sense. But either way, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe.